It's Linda Cobb, and you're talking dirty with the Queen of Clean. Do you have dirt, stink, mess cleaning frustration? Do you dread cleaning? If so, boy, are you in the right place. Cleaning may never be your personal joy, but I can show you how to clean smarter, not harder, and get out of the house faster. So let's jump right in and get started. It's Linda Cobb, and you are talking dirty with the Queen of Clean. Welcome to today's show. On the show today, we're going to talk about getting a grip on the dirt that you get on your handbags and your briefcases. We're going to turn your crusty car ride into a royal ride. And we're going to talk about leather, how to clean it, how to condition it, and how to keep it looking nice all the time. But before we get started, I want to talk to you about my Queen of Clean Insiders group. It's my private page on Facebook. We're our own wonderful little community, or family, if you will. We share tips all the time, and you guys have taught me so much. And I know I've helped you because you've told me what we've been able to accomplish together. So go to Facebook and go to Queen of Clean Insiders and join us today. You have my royal invitation. And now let's get started with the show. I want to talk to you first today about getting a grip on those dirty purses and how to keep them clean. Then this applies to briefcases and wallets too. First of all, let's talk about leather handbags. You can wash these with Dove moisturizing bath bar and an old washcloth. Lather it up as if you were going to wash your face. Now, don't rinse it. Just keep the cloth rinsed out and lathered and wash until the leather is clean. Buff it well with a soft cloth and dry it. There is no need to rinse it. It does a really good job of cleaning the leather. And I have a favorite product called Leather CPR, and I'll put a link in the show comments for you today. But it not only cleans, but it conditions leather, and it takes out some of those aggravating stains too. You can use it on things like ink and those type of stains. You rub it on, let it sit for a few minutes, and then easily buff it off, and your furniture will stay soft and supple. I even use it on my leather jackets. It's an amazing product. Now, what about ink on leather? Let's talk about another way to clean that up. You can apply a heavy coat of cuticle remover. Now, the cuticle remover needs to be the non-oily kind. So, non-oily cuticle remover. You're going to apply it heavily to the ink stain. Let it sit for several hours and then wipe off. If it's gone, buff it and you're done. If you still have some ink remaining, repeat until it's gone. Now, a lot of us have suede handbags, and it's important with these bags to brush them frequently with a suede brush. Now, for small marks, you can use a very fine emery board, and you can actually erase them away. Now, doing that, you want to use a very, very soft touch. Don't push too hard. Lightly buff, just like you were delicately doing your fingernails. Use care, and the spot will be gone. You can also use a dry microfiber cloth to wipe down the suede. Use it dry again and wipe it so that you reset the nap. Now, what about beaded bags? We'll be pulling some of those out as the holiday season approaches. You can mist those with, believe it or not, a light mist of vodka put in a spray bottle. Now, a little goes a long way. And all you're going to do is lightly mist the beaded bag and dry and wipe with a soft cloth. It does a great job. If you have vinyl handbags, or sometimes they call them pleather bags or vegan leather, any of those names, you can clean those easily with a little dish soap and some warm water. And once it's clean, you want to rinse it and then buff it well. Now, another thing that works really, really well on these handbags is a product called Go Joe Waterless Hand Cleaner. And it's something that mechanics use to clean their hands off of grease. And it does a great job on these bags because it not only cleans, but it moisturizes and leaves a beautiful shine. It's great for removing fingerprints and the general soiling. So all you want to do with that is work it in with a soft cloth or even a paper towel. Buff it firmly with a clean, soft cloth until all the dirt is removed and finish buffing to a shine. Now, what about ink and other stains on these vinyl handbags? Well, those are easy to remove with just a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I usually use a Q-tip dipped in rubbing alcohol for a small area. And when you're done, make sure that you rinse it off. And that's all that it takes. Now, if you have microfiber handbags, simply wipe with a damp microfiber cloth, and they will be clean just as if they were new. Now, I want to move on to turning your crusty car into a royal ride. The interior of cars can be kind of traumatizing to clean. You're never sure what to do and you don't want to ruin them. So today I'm going to give you some great ideas for cleaning the interior of the car, no matter what it's made of. Now, you can use a microfiber cloth that does it all with nothing but water. You can do everything from cleaning the windows to the dashboard to the leather upholstery. You can clean metal, plastic. You can even spot fabric seats with this cloth dampened in water. You're going to wring the cloth out in some warm water, clean the area that you want to work on, and then buff it with a soft, clean microfiber cloth. That's all it takes. And I will stick a link up today for you in the comments about where to purchase some quality microfiber cloths. Now, what about cleaning fabric seats and the carpet? By far the best way to clean fabric seats is with a steam cleaner, which is commonly called an extraction machine. Now, you get the most bang for your buck by pre-treating these seats with Spot Shot instant carpet stain remover, and then you'll extract with hot water. Now, remember, the most important part of any steam cleaning process is making sure that you remove all of the water that you can from the seats, and if you're doing carpet, from the carpet also. And make sure you leave the windows cracked so that it dries out well and you won't have any musty odors. Now, what about if you want to just spot a little area? Maybe your latte flipped and you've got a little coffee on the seat. You can use the Spot Shot instant carpet stain remover to clean that. Make sure you get everything out. Then go over it with a damp cloth. And if you use a blow dryer set on low to dry it, you won't have a water ring. Now, what about the extraction machine, as it's called in the stores? Well, you can rent one. Maybe a friend has one you can borrow. And I actually own a small cleaning machine that works well for me because I have cats, and every now and then I have a little oops that I have to clean up from them. Now, let's talk about windshields. You want to use this top job window cleaner to make the windshield and the windows sparkle. You're going to take 1 pint of rubbing alcohol, 2 tablespoons of ammonia, and 2 tablespoons of liquid dish soap. You'll apply that with a scrubbing sponge. You'll rinse and dry it. And then on the windshield, you can apply Rain-X. Rain-X has been used on car windshields for years to have the water beat up every time it rains. You can use it on outside windows and the inside windows too. So let me give you the cleaning formula one more time. It's 2 tablespoons of ammonia, 2 tablespoons of liquid dish soap, and 1 pint of rubbing alcohol. And there is no water in that formula. Now, dashboards can be a pain because they get so dusty. And when you're driving along in the sun and you look at them, it just is so irritating. But you can wash these with a good neutral cleaner and rinse it well. And a neutral cleaner can be something like just some warm water and a couple of drops of liquid dish soap will work fine. Don't use anything with bleach in it or any harsh thing. Now, I use some Avon Skin So Soft Original Bath Oil, because not only does it clean, but it moisturizes and protects the finish. And it's also what I use to clean my stained kitchen cabinets. You're going to just rub it on and then buff it off, and it leaves it looking like brand new. It's fantastic. Now, a couple of last thoughts on your car. Never clean the inside of the car in the direct sun. Work in a covered area and preferably do that major cleaning in cooler weather. And never ever spray products directly on car interior surfaces unless it is a carpet or upholstery spotter. For those impossible stains on upholstery or carpet, try 1/2 cup of hydrogen peroxide with 1 teaspoon of ammonia added to it. You're going to treat the area and wait 15 minutes, blot, and retreat if needed. For the final procedure, you will blot with a damp cloth repeatedly and then blot, pressing firmly, with a dry cloth. Using these tips will keep your car looking great all the time and make it so much easier to keep up. Now, let's talk about leather. There's a lot of different products that you can use on leather. Now, of course, we talked about leather CPR for your purses. It's great for leather upholstery. You can use it on sofas, chairs, any leather that you have in your house. It will not leave a nasty residue on anything, and it cleans and conditions. And I use it on my leather jacket. I've had that jacket for years, and I use that a couple times a year just to clean it and condition it, and it looks like brand new. It has a great soft sheen to it. It's perfect. You can also use a product called saddle soap. Now, it's a totally wonderful cleaner because it cleans, softens, and preserves, and is safe for all colors. It works on any leather. This product's easy to use, but make sure you follow the directions. And as I always say, test everything in a small area first. And don't ever use this on suede. It is only for leather upholstery. And I'll put some links up for you for these products too, so that you can find them. They'll be in the show comments for you. Also, Neat's Foot Compound is another great thing to clean with. Now, it's a little oily to use on furniture, but boy, is it great on shoes, boots, baseball gloves, belts, and athletic equipment. Do not use it on suede or nubuck, and of course, test in a small area first. But again, Neat's Foot Compound for shoes, boots, baseball gloves, belts, and any other leather athletic equipment. Now, Tannery All-Purpose Conditioner and Cleaner is another great product. Now, don't use this on your leather furniture. Instead, use it on rubber boots, vinyl tops, tires, dashboards, fiberglass, patio furniture, briefcases, and boats. It is not for suede or absorbent leathers, and I want you to make sure that you read the warnings on the can before you use it, and always test it in a small area first. So again, Tannery All-Purpose Cleaner and Conditioner, but you only use it on rubber boots, vinyl tops, tires, dashboards, fiberglass, patio furniture, briefcases, and boats. Boy, that covers the gamut of everything, doesn't it? Now, Dove soap, as we talked about in a podcast just a short time ago, is wonderful for cleaning any kind of leather. You take a washcloth wrung out in warm water and lather it with Dove soap, just as if you were going to wash your face. You'll wash the leather with this, then you'll rinse the cloth frequently as it soils, keeping it clean until you are not removing any more soil. but you don't need to rinse it. Instead, buff it dry with a soft cloth. That's all it takes. It's tremendous. Now, microfiber cloths, again, are wonderful for leather, and I use them frequently on like the recliner chair arms that get so soiled. Wet that microfiber cloth with warm water. Rub it over the arms or any soiled area, maybe on a recliner where your head rests. Do it as many times as necessary in order to clean it, and then buff it with a dry microfiber cloth. That's absolutely all that you need to do. And microfiber is so great for so many things, and it cleans beautifully without using any chemicals. For those of you who love natural cleaning, and for even those of you who don't care so much about it, it is a great thing to have on hand. And I always urge you to purchase the best quality microfiber cloths that you can. And I will stick a link up for you in the show comments on some good microfiber so you can see what you should be looking for. Now, before we go, I want to tell you that you can email me at ask@queenofclean.com. That's ask@queenofclean.com, and I can answer any questions for you in another podcast. So send me a question and we'll talk about it on the air. And I want to thank you so much for stopping by my podcast. And guys, thanks so much for talking dirty with the Queen of Clean. Have a great day.